Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a tarot reading that was requested for me to do in the comment section. It's going to be for SHINEE's member, okay. I was searching for his birth chart, and I was actually quite surprised when I saw his birth date. And he was born on September 23rd, and somehow he's still a Virgo sun, which it's amazing that I always had this perception that Virgo sun influenced actually like stayed, the sun stayed in Virgo until the 22, the most, like at most. So it's interesting to see that I thought that 23 of September would be like Libra or influence already, but maybe it has to do with the year or the influence of that year. So it's amazing. He is a Virgo sun with a Pisces moon. So I know a bit about that. I mean, I do not know much about Kai, but I have seen him in some interviews or some kind of talk shows, and he is hilarious. He definitely has like a lot of personality, and he's very bright and very funny. This is why I thought that maybe he was a Libra. But yes, he could be a Virgo sun with a Pisces moon. Definitely, I can see the flexibility in there. So let's see the archetypes that he got. He got the archetype of a slave, hero, and angel. So I was quite surprised to see these archetypes and actually not getting an archetype that it's a bit more like talking about, you know, like changing characters or being like having different layers to your personality, or probably be very like, for example, I do in the deck there are like some characters, some archetypes that are like the shapeshifter and also the chameleon, you know, that they talk about this the ability to shapeshift and the ability to transform yourself and to be unexpected. And I think that this is what I can perceive from watching him, you know, that he's actually seems like the kind of person that he's very different from what you perceive, and at the same time he's very witty, he's very intelligent, and he's very like unexpected. So I was amazed when I got this archetype. So I think that this probably is showing me a part of himself that he is like when the cameras are off or in his personal life. So starting with a slave, definitely I can see the moon in Pisces here. And also, like I always mention, these idols that have this kind of characteristics, of course, that you have to take into consideration the whole birth chart. But there are a lot of idols that do have this kind of placement where either they are a sun in Virgo, moon Pisces, or Pisces, moon in Virgo. So I do see them like struggle a lot with anxiety and with sometimes with depression, especially the ones that are Pisces sun with moon in Virgo, because they are, you know, the Virgo perfectionist nature mixed with Pisces energy, that sometimes they tend to want to evade from situations of a lot of stress. So this is like a very like it's a tough energy. It can give the person the ability to be very creative and at the same time to be also very almost like psychic. I have these abilities to be very in contact with their inner world. Probably when it comes to making their own music or writing about how they feel, they are pretty amazing in that sense. But at the same time, you know, Virgo and Pisces are signs that are opposites to each other, so they do create a sort of tension in the person's everyday life, especially when they are trying to figure out who they are. It's like they can go through moments where they actually feel like they want to take more on the Virgo side, or they want to go more on the Pisces energy side. So, and these are two completely different energies. So there's like a pull, always there's like a tension. And there's also, this is why I think that when I think about his energy being very different or being very like changing constantly, it can be about this Virgo Sun and Moon in Pisces. And the slave archetype is, like I said, the slave word is a bit sensitive actually, but in these archetype cards, the slave archetype talks about you having the ability to serve others and actually do that. Everything that you do it unconditionally. You do not do it to like being like, oh, I done this for you, remember that I did this for you. No, it's a totally selfless act of love. And I think that this represents a lot about Virgo nature and Pisces nature, that I believe that they do have in common the selfless, and at the same time to be very given to others, to be very of service to others, and not to be like always reminding you that they done something from you. But at the same time, the slave archetype also talks about how important it is that sometimes you are able to give the same amount of attention that you give to others, that you give it to yourself, that you do not immerse so much in the giver role, in being this giving and of service, and that you end up forgetting about yourself or forgetting about your own needs. Because once you put yourself in that position, sometimes it's really hard for the other people to actually see that you have moments where you actually also need help. So sometimes it's okay to be of service to others, but not to be someone's slave. In the sense that not to be always so willingly like forgetting about your own needs and being there to assist others. There has to be a healthy limit or boundary. So I think that this is very important for him, in order to not resent himself or resent the bond or resent the relationship. Because then we have the hero archetype. So definitely he does enjoy like standing up for others. Probably he is, since he is a Virgo, definitely he is very witty and he's very communicative, and at the same time he can be really sharp with words. So probably if he has to express his opinion, which he can be pretty opinionated, he wants to do it from a place of fairness, and also he doesn't like injustices. And he will do something about it. It's like he cannot help himself from reacting. If he sees some kind of someone being treated unfairly, he will do something about it. He cannot help himself. He has to put himself in that role of like defending someone. And I think that, I don't know why, but I feel like he definitely feels this need of protecting others, but I think that this happens actually with females. Like probably he's someone that he does have a lot of female friends, or he's really good at connecting with the female energy. Probably himself, he's also very, I don't know, he's very comfortable with the feminine energy inside of him as well. So I don't know if maybe he was raised in a house that was like full of female energy, like probably with sisters or aunts, or a lot of female energy around him that somehow taught him to be very mindful and careful and caring towards the female condition. So I see him definitely like standing up for females, because I think that this hero archetype, I have the feeling that it talks about the industry. Like there's something in him that definitely activates this protector mode of him, and it has to do with the industry. Probably he had witnessed some kind of very uncomfortable and unethical situations where he he probably saw something, or he was aware of some situation and he wasn't able to say something at the moment. But now he feels like more in power of this, more like, okay, now I have experience, now I have a voice, now I feel more comfortable. And it's like he feels more free to speak up about matters that were probably when he was a rookie or when he was really young, he had to ignore somehow because his career and his job also would be affected. So I think that this is why he gets so, because every time I connect with this hero archetype, I feel this kind of frustration, like he definitely wants to be someone's savior. And I think that he definitely has like a very like strong cause, a strong reaction and emotion towards be someone's savior, so I think this is interesting. And also when it comes to the last archetype, that is the archetype of the angel, see, this again is talking to me about being like someone that it's like above others, like watching the situation or observing the environment, observing the atmosphere, and being able to, because he's also very, very perceptive, he's very like intuitive, so he probably gets, and also his experience, so he knows a lot about body language, and he's also a good listener, so he's really good at catching like when something is off. So here with the angel, definitely he's like watching everything from above, and it's not like he feels like he's above other people. It's not like that. It's just that he has the ability to see the whole picture. It's like he's able to absorb the energy of a room, probably, and he knows exactly where the weak points are or where the dangerous zone is. So, and this also comes with experience. He is very experienced when it comes to dealing with people in this industry. And like I said, he had seen enough, he had witnessed a lot of things. So I think that he is in this archetype of the angel because he wants to save people, from uncomfortable situations. And also, I don't know if you can see, but the angel card, that it's the fear archetype, the last archetype card, it's painted in pink, colored. So I think that it when I was mentioning that he's very protective over female, I think that the fact that this angel archetype, it's the card, it's in pink, I think that it represents the feminine. So yes, he's definitely a giver. He's very empathic as well. He does have his moments where he can come off too strong to people, actually, because if we mix the hero, he sometimes is a bit invasive. Sometimes when he wants to help people, like a bit noisy sometimes. But he means well. He's not. He doesn't have bad intentions. So let's see the tarot cards for him. He got the Ace of Wands, the Adjustment card, that is like the Justice card in the regular traditional deck, Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Moon. So yes, starting off with the Ace of Wands, definitely he's like he's having this year has been really passionate for him. Probably he had been working a lot, or he had been like interacting a lot with people. I don't know if I think they had like a comeback or something like that. I heard a few songs about them. I know that Taemin is in the military, but I think that he feels really renovated when it comes to energy. He thinks that now things are starting to move towards a more free treatment for them. I don't know if maybe the group had been going through moments of pause, because then we have the justice here. So I think that there's something about justice. There's something about like the balance, like the balance that the justice holds is like bending on their side. I think that there's something that is going on in that company. And because the other reading that I have to do, that I already shuffled for the reading, is for Super Juniors, for the group Super Junior, and I believe they are from the same company. And they got the justice as well. So I think there's something about them waiting for some kind of resolution. And in the case of Kay, he definitely feels like very passionate about it. Like there's something that he wants or he is expecting to win. And he's expecting the justice to be on his side. Nevertheless, here with the Four of Swords, definitely what is telling me is that if he is involved in some kind of legal battle or some kind of like legal issue, or like paperwork or something like that that has to do with justice, I think he will have to be patient, because things will be frozen for a while. Here with the Four of Swords, definitely is telling me that he will have to put this to rest for a bit. And here with the Queen of Wands, definitely I see him like with his energy being like too excited or too motivated. So I don't think he wants to wait. I think that there's something about his energy that I feel like he is a very volatile person sometimes, in the sense that I have the feeling that he knows things. I don't know why. He knows things. So he's like, I want what I deserve, or I want to have like some kind of feedback, or there's something that he's waiting. And this Queen of Wands is looking at the Justice card. So it's like, you cannot put me on hold anymore. Like, we need to fix this. So I don't know what is it, but he definitely feels very motivated to action. Like, he is someone that you cannot control somehow. This is why I always say that I can feel his reactions, or his true nature, or his true personality, to be very unexpected. Like he can be very calm on one hand, and then minutes later he can be like a ball of fire. He definitely doesn't have patience to deal with nonsense, or to deal with liars, or to deal with unethical people. And I think that unfortunately he had to work with a lot of people like that. And there's something that he's waiting. He's waiting for a compensation. He's waiting for something. Like he wants something out of a situation. He wants to win this kind of battle, and he's like waiting. And the fact that he has to wait, or that he has to remain quiet and resting, he doesn't like it. But nevertheless, you are going to see him like on the spotlight a lot, because he needs to be doing something. He needs to work. He needs to put his energy to work, because otherwise he can be a bit annoying when he's not working. He can be a bit like annoying, yes. And this is why I think that his energy is a bit interesting. in the sense that I think that he is definitely a workaholic, and I know that he is he has a lot of ability. Actually, I think that probably he deserves to be in the spotlight. He enjoys to be in the spotlight, but I think that there's something about his energy being almost too passionate or too light up, too intense. Like I can see almost him being very hyperactive, and I would like to know why he has this need to always be doing something. Like he probably is someone that for him to rest or for him to have like some kind of vacation is like he cannot enjoy it completely because he's very anxious. He always needs to have something to do. Otherwise, he can get really impatient. So I think that probably he is like avoiding to get in contact with himself or with his true nature. Here with the Six of Pentacles, definitely what is telling me is that yes, he will be able to work, but he also will have to be patient about the offers, because it's not, he's going to have to be patient and take the offers as they appear. Because definitely he has like a lot of ideas. It's like he wants to put them into action. He wants to release new content. He wants to try to do different things. And I think that people around him are like, okay, we will see if we can get you this gig or this activity that you want so bad. But somehow I see like the budget being a bit tight for him. I think that the money aspect, it's been really tight actually. But yes, here with the Nine of Cups, definitely he is going to get what he wants because he's very insistent. So I see him like getting what he wants. And like I said, there's something about that if he is not happy or if he is not content with the outcome, he will get really annoying. It's like he will probably like be texting people or reminding people that he wants to do this. So, and he's very hardworking. This is the reality. But what I want, what interests me here with the last card, that is the Moon, it's about his emotional side. I think that he's hiding from something. He's like running away from something. I don't know if he's running away from feeling, from connecting with his own emotions, because the Moon, it sometimes it talks about your inner fears, some past traumas, the things that we live in the darkness of our mind or of our unconscious because they are too hard to deal with. So probably he had like, there had been a few instances in his life where he was traumatized somehow by some events. And I'm not talking about just one, I'm talking about a lot of things about his personal life as well. So he's like, I think that he's trying to overcompensate. He wants to be working all the time. He wants to be doing a lot of things in order to not stop to think about what's going on with him and his feelings. Probably he does have a bit of insomnia. This is why he doesn't want to rest. This is why he's so like on the defensive when it comes to resting. Probably when he goes to sleep, his unconscious appears and he dreams, or he has very vivid dreams about situations from the past that were really sensitive and really that really hurt a lot. So I think that he needs to slow down a bit. He needs to slow down. Of course that he has his reasons, but it's like he doesn't need to be, coming too strong to people. He just needs to be more trying to regulate his energy, to do not get too too energetic for situations that actually don't deserve it. If he has the possibility to rest, he can do it. You know, like here with him represented by this Queen of Wands definitely is telling me that he is at this point in his career, and probably with the other members as well, where they can allow themselves to rest or to actually do things that they love or participate in activities that they like, but it's not necessary for you to do it for to looking for recognition, because they are really famous. They are a group that that is amazing, that they are very talented, and that he deserves to enjoy the process. And if the opportunities don't come, you know, or maybe if things are a bit delayed or slowed down, he doesn't have to get so agitated, you know. And actually he does have to do some inner work and to do some healing to see where this impatience comes from, you know, what his unconscious is telling him, that what's going on with him, you know, inside his heart, what's going on with that. So yes, guys, this is all I have for Chinese Chinese K. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with the name. But yes, I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you are a fan of him, please, I would love to hear some feedback, because I don't know much about SHINEE. I mean, I do know about them, but probably you do have some kind of more deep insight about, you know, about the members, especially about Kay. He is a very interesting person. I like his energy. So yes, thank you so much for being here, guys. Bye.